Bryce Canyon National Monument. From Zion National Park, Bryce Canyon, issued by the Union Pacific System in 1925. Bryce Canyon National Monument. Probably Bryce Canyon is the most astonishing blend of exquisite beauty and grotesque grandeur that the forces of erosion have ever produced. In one aspect it is a gorgeous lacework design of frost and fire, the playground of sylphs and fairies. In another it is a smoldering inferno, habited by goblins and demons. Again it seems as if some cataclysmic force had shuffled together a dozen oriental cities into one spectacular municipality. The joyous prevailing colors of this immense bowl of luminous flickering filigree, heaped with jewels, are pink, red, orange, purple, yellow, and white. To these may be added as many other tints and tones as one has patience to distinguish. Though Bryce is immense, yet it is intimate, presenting to the eye a scintillating coral intaglio of bizarre but definite plan, overspread with a halo of lavender mist. It is not a canyon, but an amphitheater of horseshoe shape, graven 1,000 feet deep into the sandstones on the eastern edge of the Paunsaugunt Plateau at the headwaters of the Paria River. It is approximately 2 miles wide and 3 miles long, and its rim is 8,000 feet in elevation. The area of Bryce Canyon National Monument, which was created in 1923 and is administered by the U.S. Department of Agriculture, is 7,440 acres. In the maze of architecture uprising from Bryce's sunken gardens, where pine, spruce, and manzanitas spread their greens, there are the styles of China and Egypt, of the Toltecs, Incas, Greeks, and Goths, but stronger, perhaps, is the resemblance to those decaying Dravidian temples, bursting with decoration, in the jungles of Burma and Java. Pagodas, mosques, minarets, kiosks, fairy castles, cathedrals, theatres, flying buttresses and stairways, suspension bridges, niched and fenestrated walls, peristyles, colonnades, lotus columns, leaning towers, slim spires, massive pylons, pyramids, obelisks, pilasters capped by tilted discs, cones supporting cones, organs, shrines, and altars. All of the architects of antiquity might have drawn their inspiration from the silent cities of Bryce. And these dream tissue cities in the realm of muted mystery have weird inhabitants statued in variegated stone, giants and gnomes, popes and queens, kneeling penitents, companies of marching soldiers, gargoyles, fauns, satyrs, nymphs, witches, horses, dogs, lizards, frogs, and turtles, figures that seem to move, sway, and posture in the flashing play of light and shadow. The least vivid imagination needs a check-rein. In the east, on the headland of the Table Cliffs, an outlier of the vast Aquarius Plateau, the mesa rises by ramps and colonnades of pink and buff to a level esplanade where stand a dozen glorified acropolises, facades, friezes, pillars, and porticos in ruins of rosy marble. There, as everywhere, the marionettes of the sun continually perform their evanescent dances, and this is but a vista chosen at random from 100 glorious panoramas. Farther in the east, the amphitheater opens out to make way for the headstreams of the Paria River. The green fields surrounding the village of Tropic may be seen, and the ramparts of the Kaiparowitz Plateau. Bryce should be seen from the west rim in the morning, from the east rim in the afternoon. The exquisite pageant of shimmering tints begins when dawn thrusts the first spears of light into the abysses. The best effects are obtained when the formations are between the beholder and the sun. It is then that the mysterious lambent flames flicker in the distant temples, and play upon altars and columns, warming them into living, glowing color. Trails extend in both directions along the rim of the canyon from Bryce Lodge, and the vistas change with almost every step taken. Sunset upon Bryce Canyon is another breathtaking manifestation of nature's magic, followed by a solemn twilight of the innumerable gods that dwell there in pomp and splendor. The visitor should see both dawn and dusk transform the great amphitheater, and should see it sleeping in the noonday light. Every visitor should take the trail into the depths of Bryce Canyon, either on foot or horseback. Lacy designs and dainty figures, seen from the rim, assume huge proportions when one is amongst them. There are sunless grottos and shadowed crypts, wafer walls pierced by many windows, artist studios filled with half-finished models and figurines, innumerable fantastic forms in bronze, jasper, ruby, amethyst, topaz, and alabaster. Each turn in every innumerable aisle, alley, and corridor on Bryce's intricate floor has its charming revelations of unimagined contour and color. End of Bryce Canyon National Monument.